great honor to be here to share my knowledge with you. And Mr. Chairman just said my name is a steel company. I was born in Inner Mongolia. There's a place called Bottle. Then at that time they just built up a steel company called Bottle Gangtie Baogang. That's my name. So my father, when I was born, my father wished this new baby will later on join the steel company or other companies. Now I end up talking the politics here. That's a great honor. So we are suffered the modern technology. I prepared a lot of PowerPoint, a lot of data. But it might be a good idea. I throw out some idea. I get rid of those data. That's a very tedious, those figures. So just go to some of the more interesting points. So it's really important for us to understand the Chinese Communist parties. This is hold the key to secret garden. We see the secret garden, you need a key. To understand the Chinese secret garden, we need a key. The key is the Chinese Communist Party. Their party is a family, big family. The old man, that family is already 81 years old. 81 history. Old party history with 82 million children. 82 million children. So it's roughly 4 times than that of Australian population. So you can think everything. So this family. So you can see the family have good guys, bad guys. You've got some criminals, some the corrupt officials. So virtually every country has the province, and this party also has. So that's also every country's problem. This party also has. And this is party, it is the government. It is government, but also control the government. It is the big, largest corporation in the world, but it controls the corporation. And it is probably today is the wealthiest, the richest party in the world. How can you imagine that the party controls today 42 gigantic corporations? And it's really fascinating. This party. It's probably the great modern invention for China. China has been ruled through this imperial system, controlled China through the imperial system. But when it comes to the modern age, they copied Western system, and they expanded the party system, developing into such large scale. So as we know now, this is China has held this month the 80 Party Congress. So Party Congress hold the party hold Party Congress every 5 years. So this year is one of very important events in the Chinese history. It's kind of mark another peaceful transformation from the Hu Jintao to the Xi Jinping. So we needed to. So if you look at this party, it's roughly this is kind of pyramid. So we can think about the party as a pyramid. At the bottom, they have a party. They have 2,000, about more than 2,000 delegates from all over China. So they had called this party meeting. After 3 or 4 days, they elect the Central Party committees. So there will be 376, the full member and alternative member. So among those, the full member, 205 full member of Central Party committee. Those people are really controlling China. That's only 200 people controlling China. And those Central Party committee that theoretically elect the 25 Politburo. Then those 25 Politburo elect 7 the standing Politburo Standing Committee, 7. Then on the top, then we've got Xi Jinping. He's a party secretary. So that's the pyramid. So at the bottom, you've got 82 million members. then the 2,000 delegates, then the 205, the Central Party Committee members. So most important here today is really important is this is talking about major shift. It's amazing that China, among those 205 full members of Central Committee, 114 members are new elected. That means that 56 are new Central full members. So it's really the reshuffling in the key government organizations. And the size of the PSC, that is we are Politburo Standing Committees, vary historically from the 3 members to the 11th. So I did a kind of statistical calculation. So put all the average member of the PSC is about 6.71. So now today, China have 7 the SPC member. So it's a fit the statistically the trends in Chinese history. So under the Hu Jintao, there was 9 PSC members. Now this time reduced to 7. And this is very interesting issues because I was invited to give a talk in Europe. And at that time, people, West research, try to figure out how many people, who are these, that's the key issues. And it turned out a lot expectation failed. One of the expectations there, early this year, they expect that the Hu Jintao's faction, Hu Jintao has a faction, that's a Tuanpai. That means the Chinese Youth League members. So they have a Chinese Communist Party, then they have another Chinese Youth League organization, those involve Chinese youth. That organization become very active. In the past, the two decades, major Chinese leaders come from this organization. So it was expected that at least 2 or 3 the PSC members should come from this organization. And roughly, maybe they said even roughly the 3, even 4. But it turned out only 1, Li Kegiang. The current, he will be incoming prime minister. There are all other, like Li Kegiang and Wang Yang, all out. Now this is really fascinating because that is the Western expectations do not fit the Chinese reality. And what's happening is that this shift means the declining of one of the biggest faction, political faction within the party, Tuanpai, they were declining. Since this 80 Party Congress, I think the Tuanpai will be slowly declining. And also, this is really interesting that it was kind of some scholars try to think about there might be a major division within the top leader because Xi Jinping will become power. So then there's a Li Keqiang with 3 or 4 his own member faction. Then they were competing within this top leadership. So then they are trying to figure out internal division might be, as the other country does, is a pave way for democratic transition. You always have an internal division. But it looks like this argument does not fit China. And the Xi Jinping, so far, it seems he is able to control the most the PSC members. So that's the very interesting issues. So another very interesting issues in terms of this leadership change, the PSC, that's kind of organizations, is a representative major political organizations, like the State Council, and Politburo Consultative Meeting, National People Congress. So in the 1460 Party Congress, the person who in charge of public security was in this PSA member. So that means the public security apparatus hold a major power within the party organization. And indeed, in all the level of organization, the person who in charge the public security at the local government also become the standing member of the party committee. It's a very important position. But in the past, it wasn't the case. Those who control public security always, it's not high position. Now, this 18 Party Congress, this 18 Party Congress is really interesting in the sense that one of the significant institutions that is the state public security apparatus is out from this PSA institution. So what does that mean? Does that mean Xi Jinping will use less public security apparatus to control China, or does that mean that the propaganda department, head of propaganda, still in this PSA? So he probably still relying on the propaganda, try to control China. But so that would be, it's really important, the issue, because in the last 10 years, the Hu Jintao managed to maintain stable China through really coercive power, through the widespread this penetration power of the state public security in all the corners of the society, and really frightening. But does Xi Jinping will move away from this practice? So this is really interesting. We need to watch on. And the 18th Party Congress also give us some a little bit of confidence for as I originally from China, a little confidence on the Chinese political system in terms of institutionalization. So if we just go back Mao's time, when Mao Zedong, before he died, he selected two successors. First Liu Shaoqi, later Lin Biao, all later failed, and all begged the social disruption and social disorders in the China. When the Deng Xiaoping tried to work out secession politics, peaceful secession, he also failed. He first selected Hu Yaobang, later Zhao Ziyang. All those were later had a bad political life. And so it's really fascinating that since the Jiang Zemin, when the Jiang Zemin came to power, so he was the first time in 2002 passed his power to Hu Jintao peacefully, without social disorder. Previously, each succession always was associated the social struggle, political struggle, social disorder. So this time is that time was peaceful when the Jiang Zemin passed the power to Hu Jintao. But there's one weakness. When he passed the party secretary to the Hu Jintao, he held the chairman of the Central Military Commission. That means he still holds military power for another 2 years. So it's not transfer power completely to the new man. The younger man Hu Jintao came to power, he cannot do anything as he wants, because there's another person on the top of him. So this time is significant. Hu Jintao completed the time. All the power transferred, not only politically, Xi Jinping became the party secretary, but also Xi Jinping this time become the chairman of the Central Military Commissions. So that means he controls the military power. Then he can do as he wants. So that's the significant. Also, despite that, the people might say that Jiang Zemin is still alive, but he's 88 years old. It's very difficult for him. He has very significant influences now. So this is probably another significant kind of development. Another important move is that from the Jiang Zemin to Hu Jintao, at that time Hu Jintao was designated by the Deng Xiaoping. So in the 1992, Hu Jintao already was a member of PSC. It's really interesting. So more than 20 years ago, Deng Xiaoping already decided he should be successor to Jiang Zemin. So Jiang Zemin has no choice except the Deng's decision. So that is a peaceful transformation. That's a Deng made decision before he died. But now this time, Xi Jinping came to the party secretary. There's no person like Mao or Deng Xiaoping decided. So it is kind of selected by a group of leaders. Those leaders, negotiation, discussion, consultation, finally decide the Xi Jinping. It was first time in 2007 they hold, some scholars call the straw polling, but in Chinese term they call democratic evaluation method to decide Xi Jinping, why Xi Jinping was chosen. At that time, Hu Jintao favored his man, Li Kegiang. So his favor Li Kegiang is the same faction. But then within the party there's some disagreement. So how they solve this disagreement? That they hold a meeting in the Central Party School in Beijing, get all the all the members of the Central Committee together, and plus other provincial leaders. They fill the survey, and Xi Jinping got the highest score. That is why he was chosen. So that, what does this mean? That is the Chinese Communist Party trying to figure out the way to select the leaders. Now that's a little bit of progress. Of course, we know there's still a lot of problems. One of the problems this year we know is the Bushland. Bushland, we can interpret Bushland events as a way he don't like this kind of internal selection process. He openly challenged it. He just waged a personal campaign. He just do something locally and develop a new alternative ideology, leftist ideology, challenging the top leaders. And that when everyone expects Bushland should be a member of PSC. And if without corruption issues, he probably will be. But the Bushland case highlights that Chinese Communist Party cannot close the door, decide who will be successor. They have to adopt a sort of democratic procedures to decide who will be next leader. So that's the challenge for the Xi Jinping now. And one of the important issues that we got those 7 PSC members. Only 2 were born in 1950. That is Xi Jinping and Li Keqiang. The other 5 were born in 1940. So according to the rule, that is when the person reaches 70, he must retire. So what does that mean? All those 5 people, they must retire in the next 5 years. That is 2017. So 2017 will be critical for China to select another 5 PSC members. That will be the successor to the Xi Jinping and Li Keqiang. Now this is very important. So we already say the Bushland's challenge, the closed door, this kind of method. So one of the issues is to see whether Xi Jinping can institutionalize, even to some say democratize this selection process. Li Keqiang, he's the former head of the Central Party organization. He was reported by the American diplomats that in the next 20 years, China has to do that direction, have to adopt democratic means to solve this succession politics. So this is really the challenging issues. If you look at the historically, the Soviet Union, the party secretaries, was created in 1922. Until the 1966, that is 44 years later, Soviet Union introduced the elect the party secretary. So probably China maybe have to follow the path. If even follow within communist logic, they have to follow this logic. So this is will be really we need to watch on their issue. So the other issues probably I would like to raise is I'll be interested to share with you. This is a really challenging issue for the Chinese new leader. What is the question concern? There's a term called that Xi Jinping might be the last general secretary in China. You know, in the Qing dynasty, there's the last emperor. Then they said that Xi Jinping will be the last general secretary. The term was formulated in such a way it's really challenge Chinese Communist Party, whether they can hold on its power. But look, if we look at the historical, look at the comparatively, the Institutional Revolutionary Party in Mexico ruled 71 years from the 1929 to 2000, so 71. The Communist Party of Soviet Union ruled the 74 years. So when Xi Jinping came to second term, so that he will be retired in the 2012, Communist Party ruling China will be 74. So if we follow these comparative figures, it's really challenging because historically, if there is a dynasty, you can last 200 years, 300 years. But in the modern life, any political party in today, in the contemporary world, one-party dictatorship. No one-party dictatorship can last more than 74 years. China is close to that threshold. And there's some reason for that, because you have generations. This is the fourth, fifth, and sixth. And those generations, there's always the leadership spread, and there's some problems. One of the biggest challenges for China, the prospect, is corruption issue. Corruption is so serious, even at the top level. Some PSA men are also corrupt. Now this is a challenging issue. So the issue is raises a really significant challenge about the PSA institution itself. PSA as an institution is a kind of privileged institution. As long as someone becomes a member of PSA, one will be immune from any kind of corruption charge. As long as you are a member, despite you have those corruptions, and no political charge will launch against this person. Now, because this system is kind of really like the privilege, like the Australian context. So you have a parliament. If you have become MPs, you have certain privilege. But China has also kind of unwritten rule about this privilege, and this must be changed. That's the issue. That related to this issue is to what degree Xi Jinping can develop a new rule that is public declaration of the private wealth. There's a push for the party to do that, but at the top level they refuse, because if the public decline the private wealth, those highest level have a huge wealth in their head. But if they cannot do this, then that will be a serious problem for the Chinese Communist Party. The older party leaders like the Mao Zedong, Deng Xiaoping, Hu Jintao, even Xi Jinping, when he became the party secretary, already realized that one of the issues that would destroy the party is corruption. but they haven't addressed the issue PSC's institution. This PSC institution, those unwritten rule about the privilege must be changed. So far in China, there are only 3 Politburo members were charged for their corruption, only 3. But largely because there are some other political issues, then they were charged. So this is the issue. Let me just, this is the play the game. So we are talking about the Chinese Communist parties. So I would like you to think about any words, just replace the communism, because today they write the Chinese Communist Party, but there's nothing to do with communism. So this must be changed. The communism should be gone. But we need to replace one word with the communism, but also start with the say. Has anyone can think about any words? The Chinese Chinese Communist Party, that's right, certainly, yeah, it is. So what else? Capitalist Party, that's right, Chinese Communist Party, yeah.
Community Party.
Communist Party, yeah, that's to some degree, yeah.
Capitalist.
Capitalist, you understand, the capitalist.
Socialist.
But we must start with the say. Then can catch up the changing nature of Chinese Communist Party.
What about corrupted communists?
Yeah, that's right.
It's already been tried.
Community.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
What about conciliatory? To conciliate.
Conciliate. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, conciliate. Yeah, that's right. You're right. That's consultative. Yeah.
Cleanse.
So we can, as I just said, this party have 82 million members. So we can think of many words to describe it. Let me just go through a few major ones. Might help us to think about what's the direction Chinese Communist Party will go. So I think the best candidate that is certainly the Chinese Capitalist Party. That is really the party members now become a capitalist. It's amazing when I did some field work. I was 1 year invited Danish government to kind of develop some project in Ya'an. Then when their local government take us to the village, and the party have a target. They should recruit all the richest business people into the party. So now the significant number of the party member are business. So there are many boss secretary. Those are party secretary at the local government. They are the boss. So that's so this is really intriguing. So within the party, you still dominate, still a lot of the peasants, work, students. Students are not become just increase the significant number of the members now. I was amazing when I was in Yan'an 3 weeks ago. I was told that 60% of the students in the class will join the party. It's unbelievable. When I was a student in China, usually 3 or 4%, but now 60%. But anyway, so I think that this Chinese Capitalist Party probably is better than the term Chinese Communist Party. It's a party nothing to do with the communism. So, but then the issue is that who will win? Will the party still control capitalism? Will in the end of the day capitalism elude the party, defeat the party, lead to the collapse of the Chinese Communist Party? Now, that's a fundamental challenge question. Party now today is a struggle with this question. How to deal with this, the growing influence of the private capital forces. So this is the issue. The other issue is the corruption issue. Because as long as you introduce capitalism into the party itself exaggerates the process of corruption.
Yes.
And so that in that context, Xi Jinping, one of his slogan, one way he tried to defend the parties, defend the prolonged longevity of the party, is his words. He emphasized purity of the Chinese Communist Party. That is, we should defend the pure communists. Pure, you should be pure communist member. You should have a faith, sure idea. You should not bother about the material interest. That is one of its solutions. Okay, then one word you haven't mentioned that is called, say, Chinese Conservative Party. So it's a conservative party. So what does that mean? That means Chinese party will become more conservative, look back its own tradition. That is, go back to communist traditions to solve those problems. One of the ways Xi Jinping today, he gave a talk in the last few days, that emphasized mass line. That is, the parties should go to the village, factories, link with the people, and continue those Chinese communist traditions. So it's follow those conservative line, and this is probably more likely will happen. The other direction is as we already said, is a Chinese corrupt party, and this already affect the issue is how the party to deal with this. There are another dimension. It's really, but it's really important. Some people might call the Chinese criminal party. Criminal. So the idea is that what's happening at the local level, because it's a richest person can be a party member, can be a party boss. Those rich person always have a criminal record. And they even control, the one guy even control the one, control head of the party organization in one city. Then he sell his official position to everyone. It's like you have to pay money, I sell to you, because he controls that party. So there's some aspect criminalization of the local party organization. So that's a very frightening one aspect. The other aspect is the previous mentioned the Chinese community party. Then I can use another word called Chinese charity party. Chinese charity party. This is very impressive. So towards the end of each year, towards the end of each Chinese Spring Festival, party boss, local party boss, they have a job to visit all the poor family, give them gift, give them money. So the party become charity. They're doing the best charity work in the world every day, every year. It's amazing. That's really amazing. So they will identify who is the poor person, who is still jobless. Then they will give order. Okay, you're the boss of this private restaurant. Your job to help her. She's very poor. So you give her, when you have some leftover food, give her. Now they don't do this kind of things. So it's really amazing, this kind of charity party. The other things I should mention is that I call it Chinese copy party, the copy learning. I use that copy learning. So one of the things it's really interesting if we observe these issues is that the authoritarian party, Chinese Communist parties, are keen to learn. They try to learn everything. They will come visit Australia to learn things from the Democratic Party, Labour Party. What are you doing? In the other way around, it's very few the Western party try to learn from the Chinese Communist Party. It is morally wrong. It's politically incorrect. But doing so, actually, Western political party lost an opportunity to learn something from the Chinese Communist Party. And it's really amazing. Chinese Communist Party is a great learning party. Great learning party. They recruit the best talented people. They invite best scholars in political science. Ask them how to find a way to prolong longevity of the party control. So this is the key to learn. But so this is also the interesting things to watch on. Finally, let me just give you some joke. So this is about a joke about the kind of God and a Communist Party members. So a devoted Communist Party member died. Then God decided to send him to hell. And since all the Communist Party members are atheists, they're bad guys, so go to the hell. So after 1 week, the devils arrive, puffing and pumping to pay a visit to the God. He said, God, please, quickly, take this guy away. Then God asked, what was wrong? And the devil said, I have to get things back to normal. He's organized all the little demons into the young peer pioneers and the communist youth league. So God said, okay, send him up to heaven. I will take care of it. Okay. After 1 month, the devil bumped into God on the street. Then the devil asked, my Lord, how is going on with that guys? Then God replied, you have made 3 mistakes. First, you should call me a comrade, not God, comrade. I'm become comrade. Second, there's no such thing as God now, it's all gone. Third, I don't have time to stop at church with you. I have to attend political learning, study the communist, the official documents, just released the 18 Party Congress report. Thank you very much.